Hi, I'm Emily of Emily's Mind Fitness, and welcome to this quick, strong 20-minute total body Pilates workout with a slider and with hand weights. So today we are going to be using that slider to fire up the entire body. I also have a mat here or a soft surface, just something that you feel comfortable coming down to your hands and knees on. And regarding that slider, if you do not have a slider or a glider, as it's sometimes called, you can use a paper plate, you can use a piece of cardboard. I have used a shoe bag. Really anything works, so get creative. You can use a gift bag. I have a gift bag here that I can see. I could use that completely to slide along on the floor. So anything that's gonna be sliding on your hardwood or on your carpet and you're good to go. And we're gonna go ahead and get started on our hands and knees. Now I have my mat folded in half here because I'm gonna be sliding on the wood floor. And so do whatever you need with your mat so that you can slide in a little bit. We're gonna start nice and simple today with a cat-cow. So hands are gonna be underneath your shoulders. I want you to fan your fingers really wide here and then wrap the pointy parts of your elbows back towards your thighs and then soften your elbows 1%, just a little micro bend there. Knees are underneath your hips here. We're gonna take it to a cat-cow. Inhale to prepare. On the exhale, begin tucking your tailbone. Let that tuck of the tailbone ripple through the rest of your spine as you round your back, gazing down at those thighs. Hello, thighs. And then inhale, you're gonna arch your back, lifting your chin, lifting your chest. Good, do a couple more at your own pace here, exhaling to round, inhaling to arch. Perfect. Give me one more. We're gonna meet in that neutral spine, so not overly rounded, not overly arched. All right, find your neutral. Draw your abdominals in. Don't think just belly button to spine, but think of pulling each side of your rib cage towards the center of the body. You're gonna tuck your toes under. Inhale, prepare. And on the exhale, you're gonna float your knees just a couple of centimeters or an inch or so off of the mat or off of the floor. Hold here. Notice if you've started to tuck your tailbone under, see if you can find that neutral pelvis, neutral spine here. Keep holding. We're firing up the core before we get into our slider work, and you're gonna thank me later. You want a warm middle before we start sliding. 5, we're gonna drop the knees. 4, 3, 2, drop your knees. Give me a cat-cow, arching. Exhale, rounding. Come back to neutral. Tuck the toes under if you untucked. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, draw the ribs in, draw the abdominals up and away from the floor, lift your knees, hover. Now, if you have wrist tension, you can do this up on 2 fists. We're not gonna be on the palms the whole time. We're gonna come onto the elbows pretty soon. Spreading your fingers wide like you're palming a basketball is gonna help you get rid of some of that wrist tension. 5, we lower the knees. 4, 3, 2, lower the knees, arch. Round. We're gonna do one more just like that, and then, oh baby, are we about to start sliding. Shoulders are over your wrist. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, lift your knees. Good, hold. In this final knee hover, I want you to focus on length. Crown of the head stretches away from you. Tailbone reaching away from you. Your body is growing long. Think of your body being taut like a clothesline. 5, 4, 3, looking good. 2, and release. All right, we're warm. We're grabbing our slider. You're gonna bring it underneath both of your feet. If you have 2 sliders, you can also do the same exercise with 1 slider under each foot. If you have bigger feet, for example, I think that maybe be more comfortable. All right, now we're gonna find our knee hover. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, lift. All right, now we have a bear. So you're gonna slide your knees out. Bear is the name of the exercise. I just said we have a bear, like that's a normal thing to say. Bear is the name of the exercise. You're gonna straighten out to your plank, get long and strong. Exhale, slowly pull your knees in underneath your hips. We're not moving with a beat here. You're moving at your own rhythm, but I want that rhythm to be small. What sliders are doing for us here is they are increasing our time under tension, right? We get no rest. That slider makes every single moment of the exercise really challenging. I'm gonna come up on my fist because my wrists are a little bit sensitive. Good, we got this. Exhale, pull those knees in. Inhale, slide the knees out. Almost there. We're gonna come down to the elbows here in just a moment. We have a plank to pike. Give me one more, knees in and out. Good, straighten the legs. Try to keep your plank through the transition. We come down to those elbows. Press your palms into the floor. Inhale, prepare. Now on the exhale, as if you're about to go into a handstand, you're gonna lift your hips, sliding sliding your feet in, and then inhale over back down. If you watched my last sliding video, slider, Pilates butt with slider, I teach on this machine that has this thing called the moving carriage, like a Pilates reformer. And I said in that video that I kept wanting to say the word carriage and I was able to not, but that was my first accidental use of carriage. So feet are coming in and out. And if you've never used a reformer, someone saying the word carriage in the middle of the workout, it's like, what? Are you talking about Cinderella? 10 seconds. Ooh, hoo, hoo. You feel it? You feel your abs? You feel your arms? You feel your shoulders? 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. All right, now you're gonna come up to stand. You're gonna step your right foot forward. Your left foot is gonna be on the slider, but we gotta grab our hand weights. Grab those weights. All right, now, left foot floor. Pardon me, right foot floor, left foot slider. Let me say that again. Right foot floor, left foot slider. We're good. From there, you're gonna bring your arms with each weight down by your sides. Here we go. We bend your right knee. Lower the hips down. We'll add the arms in a second. I just wanna isolate the lower body for a sec. You come down nice and low, right knee over ankle, left leg long. Pull your left knee in. Extend the left leg out. Push through your right heel to slowly come up. Now with the arms, you bend your right knee. Reach your arms up, shoulder height, or even lower, but no higher than shoulder height. Pull your elbows in, knee in. Stretch your arms long, leg out. Exhale, slowly come up. Okay. So we are here for the right glute, your right hamstrings. You're pushing through your front foot to come up. And you're not worrying about sliding the slider. The slider is gonna move on its own. Keep going. Rotate your left hip a little bit more forward, that back hip a little bit more forward, so both of your hips are pointing in the same direction. Using these hand weights adds, of course, work for the shoulders, for the back, and then it adds a little bit more work, a little bit more load to your abdominals. We're still moving kind of free of the tempo here, but what's important to me is no matter what tempo you're using, it's slow. So you can go slower than me, but I don't want you to be going a whole lot faster, because again, the point of slider is time under tension. We're trying to increase the amount of time where your muscles are under tension, under load. 10 seconds. We're gonna hold it down in that low position on the next one. 3, 2, hold it down. Now lower your arms on the low diagonal. We're gonna pull the back knee in, pull your elbows in, and reach forward. Exhale, pull. Inhale, reach. Get a little lower if you can. Notice if you're lifting your right toes off the mat or off the floor, try to press them down. Give me 2 more, and then we do a second set. Ooh, of course we have to do a second set, of course. 3, 2, oh. Push through your right butt cheek, come up, take a second. Second set, here we go. Bend your front knee, arms reach, elbow in, arms long. Slowly come up, ooh, it's juicy, ooh. Good, in terms of my breath, I'm inhaling down, exhaling pull, inhaling reach, exhale come up. Let's do 2 more. Down, in, out, up. The next one we're just gonna hold it down. Lower those arms to the low diagonal, pull your back knee in. 5, 4, we're gonna finish with a pulse. Your right butt cheek should be absolutely on fire. 3, 2 more, 2, I'm feeling it. Hold this one in. Your weight is very light in your left toes, very heavy in your right heel. Give me pulses down for 8, 8, 6, we're dropping our hands to the floor, both feet to the slider. 3, 2, release. So take those hands down to the mat. We're gonna step both of the feet back to the slider. Now we're gonna get into our obliques. So I want you to cross your right foot behind your left foot. Rotate your left hip towards the floor. Inhale, prepare. And on the exhale, you're gonna pull from the left side of your waist. Draw the feet in. I almost said carriage again. And then lower your hips back down. Now this can also be done on the elbows if you prefer. So if you have wrist tension, just drop down. I prefer being up on my palms here, but you do you. All right, how you feeling? You feel good? You surviving? Yeah, you're better than surviving. We're doing it, we're doing it. Oh yeah. Now my left foot is really pressing into the slider. My right toes are kind of dangling over the slider. I can also keep my foot on the slider, the right foot. For me, it's just easier to have the foot off, but feel free to, figure out what works best for you. We're gonna hold the hips up halfway. Hold those hips up halfway, and now give me tiny pulses for 8, for 7, for 6, for 5. We're gonna come up to stand. We switch feet. 4, 3, 2, and release. Go ahead and come up to stand. Adjust your leggings if you need, and do that same lunge series with your left foot forward. Grab your hand weights, left foot on the mat, right foot on the slider. Lift your back heel up really high. Gather yourself together here. We're ready to go, round 2. Here we are. Inhale. Just the legs for now. Bend your left knee. Knee over ankle. Body long. Pull your back knee in. Stretch it out. Push through that left foot to come back up. You ready for the arms? Let's do it. Reach, same arms. Keeping it simple. Good. Now this is my wobbly side. It's normal to have one. Both sides might feel a little wobbly if you're kind of new to sliders. But if we've, hit your wobbly side, just want to encourage you, wobbling is not a bad thing. It's like your body's just trying to figure it out, And if you think of when you learned to ride a bicycle, you wobbled, but you maybe eventually figured it out. And if you don't ride a bicycle, I promise you that you would start and you would wobble and then you would eventually figure it out. Wobbling isn't a bad sign. That's the point. Nice. We're gonna hold it down in just a moment, and we're just gonna go for that back leg movement. One more full range. All the way down, all the way up. This next one, we're just gonna hold it down. Arms go on the low diagonal. Pull your back knee in, squeeze your shoulder blades together, and reach. Now, what I want you to just check in on is that your spine is neutral. So in this position, what it's gonna feel like is your spine is flat. Your spine is not flat, but we're feeling like a flat back sensation. So I don't want you to round your back. I especially don't want you to tuck your tailbone. We want to have that neutral pelvis so our glutes can stretch and contract. 4, we come all the way up to stand. 3, 2, come all the way up to stand. Take a second. We do round 2. My left quad is shaking. That's the word. I'm not cold. We come down. Pull the knee in. Out, and lift back up. Second set is where it's at. Wow, 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 wow. All right, we got those glutes working, hamstrings working, calves working, quads working. This is your lower body moment. We're gonna come back down in just a moment. We're gonna go for our knee in and out. And then we'll hit the mat for obliques. All right, the next one, we're gonna hold it down. So that's this one. You hold it down, arms go on the low diagonal. 5, pulse. 4, don't rush it. Draw those shoulder blades together, pull your elbows back. Elbows are going a little bit more towards your hip line, less towards your ribs. 2 more. Oh, baby, I'm getting a cramp. All right, hold it. Give me 8 pulses. 8, 90% of the weight in your front foot. 6, 5, 4. You ready to slide? 3, 2, lower it down. Drop your weights. Now, you're gonna take your hands to the mat. You're going to this time cross your left foot behind your right foot. You're gonna get to see my butt. Exciting. We lift the hips, drop the head. And lower back down. Again, you can always come to those elbows if that's more comfortable for you. I get it. One thing I can tell you about sliders is that it is very challenging. It's always gonna be challenging, right? For me, I'm working really hard here, but it does get much easier. So if you're doing this video and you're taking a lot of breaks, or honestly you're like, this is not accessible for me, this is not my time, don't worry about it. Come back, give it a couple more tries. You're gonna get stronger. It's gonna get easier. You're gonna get more accustomed to this kind of tension. But sliders is tough stuff. I usually do a slider workout every Saturday before I go teach in studio. And it's tough. And I use sliders on that day because I don't have a lot of time to work out. And so the sliders are really efficient. We're gonna hold the last one up. We're gonna go for little pulses. Ooh, hold it up. 8, 7, 6, drop your head. 5, we don't need neck tension on top of everything else. 4, 3, 2, last one. Go ahead and turn around. You are going to sit on your mat. Oh my goodness, we're gonna finish off with some abs, but give the arms a break. So, take your feet onto the slider. Grow really tall here in the spine. In fact, I'm gonna pull the flesh out from underneath my sits bones. I feel really rooted down. Both heels on the slider, puff up your chest. We're gonna slide the sliders away. As you slide the sliders away, you're gonna lean back. Come forward. Let's go 4 counts. Out. 2, 3, 4. Exhale in. 2, 3, 4. If this feels a little bit spicy and the spiciness is above your tolerance, take your hands to your thighs. And use your biceps to help you out. That's what the body's there for. It's just to help you. Perfect. I'm gonna reach my arms long. That feels a little bit nicer than palms to prayer. But again, you do you. You can just like vogue this whole time if you want. Whatever. It's your workout, it's your time. However you want to use those arms, you do it. Maybe you go for a bicep curl. We could have. In fact, we will. Let's try it. Grab your weights if you want. Bicep curl. 4, 3, 2, you're gonna hold it back halfway, and now we're gonna move just those arms. They're gonna go down and up. Now you can also do this without the weights. And the goal is to not let the torso move, to keep the tension. I feel those abs really firing. 8. Good, 6. Lean back a little further if you can. Final 5. We're gonna move the torso and the legs. In 3, 2, arms halfway. Now give me a little pulse. Forward, back, 5, we finish with a 20-second hold. 4, 20-second hold to come. 3, 2, hold it back as far as you can, 20 seconds. Maybe you lift your arms overhead. It's gonna make it even harder. Oh yes, let's get into that shake zone. Lean back more. Ooh, I'm shaking. 10 seconds. We can, we will. Last 5, even further back. Last 4, last 3, 2, and release. Amazing job. Give yourself a round of applause before we even stretch because that was incredible. Now let's do a quick stretch for your butt. Lay down, cross your left foot over your right thigh. Pull your right thigh towards you. All right, now my last slider workout, which again, you should try it if you want. Slider butts, great. Switch sides. I was talking about, ooh, if we like sliders, I'll do it more and more. And then I kind of just decided to record one anyway. I hope you like it. I hope you give it a try. And what I would love to hear, if you enjoyed the sliders, what more would you like to see? Would you like longer slider workouts? Shorter, like a snack, a slider snack? Let's see. All right, grab onto those knees, rock and roll yourself up to a seated position. I'll turn to face you. Let's do a second round of applause, yes? We earned it, we deserve it. Again, thank you so much for joining me. I am going to link you to some other Pilates workouts with sliders, without sliders, so that you can continue working your entire body. And as I say in every video, if you like this workout, I would love if you would subscribe to my channel. It's Emily's Line Fitness. I have new videos every single Monday. And I'm wanting to make more and more workouts for you. So if you have requests, let me know. It means so much to me to make these videos for you, and I want to make sure that I'm making workouts that you love to do or love to hate to do. Okay? Again, thank you, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.